Good afternoon, everyone. Today I will be going to discuss about celestial objects. Celestial objects are also known as astronomical objects. It is any object that exists in space or in the outside of the Earth's atmosphere. Celestial objects are natural objects located in space, such as stars, planets, moons, asteroids, comets, and galaxies. They are part of the universe beyond Earth's atmosphere. Here are some of the celestial objects that can be found in space. Number 1, the stars. Stars are luminous celestial objects, primarily composed of hydrogen and helium. So as what we have seen in the pictures, we can say that the star shines so brightly. So that is why they are luminous celestial objects that can be found in space. And they are made up of hydrogen and helium. They generate energy through nuclear fusions. So when we say nuclear fusions, it is the process in which two nuclei comes together to form a heavy nuclei, and this process releases a tremendous amount of energy, and it is also the same process that powered the sun and the other stars, so which occurs in their cores. Stars comes in various sizes, colors, and life stages. So the stars also have different or variety of sizes, colors, and life stages. So we have the red dwarf stars, and these stars are relatively the small and the cold stars. And then we have also the blue giant stars, and these stars are the hot and the large stars. And then we have also the yellow stars. An example of this is the sun, and these are the mid-sized stars. Number 2, we have also galaxies. Galaxies are vast collections of stars, gas, dust, and dark matter, and bound together by gravity. They come in a variety of shapes and sizes. So the galaxies also have different or variety of shapes and sizes. So the picture that I have provide, it is an example of spiral shape, and there are also an elliptical shapes and irregular shapes. So the elliptical shape, it is something like not so perfect circle, and the irregular shape, it is there is no definite shapes galaxies. So our Milky Way is an example of a spiral shapes. Number 3 is nebulae. Nebulae are vast clouds of gas and dust in space. They are often the birthplaces of stars and planetary systems. Nebulae can be categorized in a few main types. Emission nebulae. These are clouds of gas, primarily hydrogen, that emit lights of their own due to the ionization by nearby hot stars. The most famous example is the Orion Nebula. Reflection nebulae. These are clouds of dust that scatter and reflect the light from nearby stars. They often appear blue because blue light is scattered more efficiently. Dark nebulae. These are dense clouds of dust that block the light from objects behind them. They can take in a variety of shapes and are sometimes referred to as stellar nurseries, since they are regions where new stars formed. Planetary nebulae. These are shells of gas and dust ejected by dying stars in their late stages of evolutions. They often have a round or elliptical shape. 4. Planets. These are large celestial objects that orbit stars, including our solar system's 8 major planets such as Earth, Jupiter, and Mars. Number 5. Moons. These are natural satellites that orbit planets. Earth moon is an example of this. The asteroids, this is small rocky or metallic objects that orbit the sun, often found in asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. So as what you have seen in the pictures, it is an example of small rocky or metallic objects that orbit the sun, and they can be found in the between Mars and Jupiter. Number 7 is the comets. So it is an icy celestial objects that orbit the sun and develop tails when they approach it, created by sublimating ices. So these rocks is surrounded by ice and dust and develop tails when they approach in the suns and created by sublimating ices. Number 8 is a black holes. This is extremely dense regions in space with strong gravitational pull formed when massive stars collapse under gravity.
White dwarfs. The remnants of smaller stars, dense and hot, no longer capable of nuclear fusion. So, ang pagsabot sa white dwarfs are the remnants of smaller stars that have exhausted their nuclear fuel. They are dense, hot, and incredibly stable objects. Supernova. Powerful explosions that mark the death years of massive stars, releasing an immense amount of energy and sometimes leaving behind neutron stars or black holes. So, supernova are powerful explosions that occur when massive stars reach the end of their lives. These explosions release a very great in size or amount of energy. So, supernova is grabe ang iyang exclude. Quasars, extremely bright, distant objects powered by supermassive black holes at the center of galaxy. So, quasar, it is extremely bright stars and it is the center of galaxy. Pulsars, neutron stars that emit beams of radiations and can be observed as pulsing source of light. So these beams of radiations can be observed as a pulsing source of light. So ang pulsars is manusiyang source of light. Exoplanets, planets that orbit stars other than our sun, often found in other solar system. So exoplanets, these planets are often found in solar system. Exoplanets has provided valuable insights into the formations and diversity of planetary systems in the universe. Brown dwarfs, celestial objects that are intermediate between planets and stars, lacking mass for sustained nuclear fusion. Brown dwarfs are celestial objects that lie between planets and stars in terms of their characteristics. Satellites, human-made objects placed into orbit around Earth and other celestial bodies, including communication and observation satellites. So, satellites, one of these are weather satellites, which are used to gather data on atmospheric conditions from space. So, satellites help monitor the development of observed weather systems. So, kaibaw naman mo no kung sa satellites kay last meeting which is kanang gi-discuss naman ni siya. Space station, human-made habitable structures in space like international space. So space station, it is refers to the term space stations, which represent a human-made structures designed to be habitable in outer space. Space stations are structures built human to accommodate astronauts and missions the International Space Stations.
Celestial objects, whether galaxies, stars, or nebulae, offer a glimpse into the incredible diversity and dynamics of the universe. They serve as the building blocks of our cosmos, shaping the structure and beauty of the night sky. And thank you for listening.